Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. We're gonna be mixing it up. I'm gonna be trying the new, well, I don't know if this is super new, but this is the Shrinkage Defense Curling Jelly by Creme of Nature. And then we're gonna talk while I'm doing my hair. So this should be fun, right? Yeah, it should be fun, it should be fun. All right. But first things first, if you are new here,
first off, welcome.
Rain Gang, welcome back for another video. All right, y'all, so I have washed my hair. It feels really good actually for it just to be a shampoo. But anyway, so on Instagram, I asked you guys what are some topics that you would like for me to talk about on my channel. I mentioned maybe some months ago, or at least I've hinted that this channel is gonna be, you know, adding some different things. And I wasn't going to like really make an announcement on you here. I figured like y'all would know. Yeah, there we go. That's your announcement. So I'm gonna be incorporating different styles of videos on my channel. Still sticking to hair, obviously, but just adding different elements here and there. A lot of people actually like, oh, praise Jesus. A lot of people actually like when I do chit chats. So there's so many topics that I touch on Instagram, but I don't really bring it over to YouTube. I have before, like the whole what was it? The whole John Gray and his wife Aventar, I don't, his wife in that situation. I try to be sensitive on, oh, I didn't wet this down. I try to be sensitive on certain topics because I know people are, you know, just everybody, we just think, you know, we're different. Everybody thinks differently. I just like to bring awareness to some topics that I find that we really don't talk about. So that was that. So I just thought like, dang, I should really start bringing these topics over to YouTube so I can just get it out in a full video. We can have some conversations. I can, you know, go live with you, or not go live, but you know, talk about it in the premiere. I've never done a premiere, so we could do premieres and we can chat live while watching the video, whatever you guys are interested in. But I know for a fact we're gonna be talking about some stuff over her. All right, so I'll be back and we'll go ahead and style and try out the curling jelly, which was just PR. So I didn't, again, this is not sponsored, didn't pay for this. I do like the collection, so we'll see. We will see what we're working with after we leave this in for about 20 minutes and I'll be back. Alrighty. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the curling jelly by Creme of Nature. All right, so I have an older video on the Pure Honey collection. It's a very like, well, for me, it's a very hydrating line. If your hair loves honey, then obviously you'll probably like this. It's been around, so I'm sure the majority of you guys have already tried it. It's nothing new. However, I have never seen the Shrinkage Defense. It's supposed to elongate and define and smooth your curls, moisturize to add shine, detangle and eliminate frizz, and provide manageable hold. Yeah, so you're supposed to apply it to soaking wet hair. So my hair is, as you can see, soaking wet. Why does it look like it's been used? Okay, so I haven't used this at all. All right, let's go ahead and pray. All right, so I am not going to use a leave-in. Y'all know how I do. If you don't know, I just don't use leave-ins because I like to see how the product is going to work alone on my hair, all that jazz, no barriers, nothing. I could just say this is the results from this product. I hate pumps, like I really do. This is the consistency. It is, yeah, it smells and it is like a jelly slash gel in consistency, so that's good. I love the smell of this line, which is a very fresh slash perfumey scent. It does linger, so if you don't like smells, if you've never tried this before, it does linger. It's nice and thick, which I feel like it should be if it's saying that it's going to help with shrinkage. Okay, it feels like it's just literally sitting on top of my hair. Okay, and obviously they are saying soaking wet because that's when your hair is in its most elongated state naturally. I really hate doing stuff on super soaking wet hair. I don't know how y'all be doing it. I just don't like it. I'd rather do my hair on damp, maybe wet hair, but not super soaking wet. Ugh. It just honestly doesn't feel like I'm putting anything on my hair. So let's just go ahead and shingle. All right, so I mean, not too bad. It's not really getting my roots. Yeah, we're just gonna have to play it by ear. This is first impression. We probably gonna learn as we go. I just don't see how this shrinkage defense is going to work. But y'all know, you cannot, it depends. You can judge a product like I do while you're applying it. You're really not gonna know what you're working with until it fully dries. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the topic. And you guys gave me some really good topics on Instagram. But in this video, we're gonna be talking about, should you submit to your man? All right, so I forgot where, oh, so this actually stemmed from Jeannie Mai from The Real. I think pretty much everybody knows that she is now engaged to Jeezy, and they seem like they're super happy with one another. But we also know that Jeannie, same Jeannie, made a statement like in 2014 about how she prefers, you know, her main man to be white and, you know, her side piece to be black.
For me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married a white man. That's what I like.
So, you know, everybody else was a little offended. Well, the black women at the table were offended.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
I'm not.
So she tried to clarify it, but I really feel like Jeannie was just being extremely, you know, just open and comfortable in that moment. And whatever she was feeling, she said. And she was like, wait, how are you reading it as?
Hey, what are you reading it as?
I know, but how did you say it?
You can't come back from that, sis. Like, we knew what you were saying, even though you said you didn't mean it that way. We knew what you were saying. So now, 2020, she's now engaged after being divorced from her white meat that kept her lean.
Well, you were thinking it.
No, you said it.
She's now divorced from that man. I don't know that man's name. And now she's with Jeezy, and she's like in love, blah, 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 and vice versa. Good for them. I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw it, I was like, yes, I'm here. I'm here for it. I feel like whatever, if they make you happy, then I'm gonna be happy for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know you. I don't get invested in people's relationships like that. Like, cause I don't want you in mine. So I ain't gonna be all up in yours, except in this video. But however, there was like this meme floating around. Oh, no. She made a video saying that she plans to submit to Jeezy when she gets married to him.
So I'm gonna say right here that I, Jeannie Mai, going into my marriage, I want to submit to my man.
And all that jazz. And you know, people have like this outlook on submission, and some people are here for it, and then some people are not.
I'm not down for that. You won't get me to be submissive.
And I feel like it just all stems down to an understanding of what submission is. And then there was this meme floating around that said you was just, you know, trashing black men and all this. I forgot, I'll put it in here. One, I feel like this, okay? And this goes with almost anybody. I feel like people are forever changing. So people literally act off of ignorance and just their environment. A lot of people, as much as we think people should know better, a lot of people do not know better. People give other people a hard time because they should know better. They should, but a lot of people don't. And with me growing up around everybody but black people until I was much older, I learned that at a very young age that if you're in a bubble and you don't have any experience but with what you've seen, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have the experience. Your environment is only what you're used to. So it is just pure ignorance. I believe she said what she said out of just not thinking.
I'm just saying, like, when I think about men, I like dark men. I do.
Right, you like your main man to be white and your side piece
Maybe explain what you mean. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually it's deeper than what we like to give people credit for. She said what she said, which was very ignorant and very, you know, stupid. In 2014. It is 2020. you always see memes out in the internet world about how we're not the same person 6 months ago, we're not the same person a year ago, we changed, we learning. So it's like, let's give all of that same energy to everybody.
Okay.
I know it's a racial thing. Whenever it comes to racial stuff, you know, we get really, you know, defensive and just in our feelings, as we should. However, I feel like she kind of lived a little bit and she was able to see, and Jeezy was that person that made her see that black men are just everything. And she changed. She grew up. She learned. She understood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people change, people evolve, and people want to hold people to things that are just, they're not even that person anymore. You know what I mean? Like, one person says something, especially a celebrity, and they are canceled for life. It's like, damn, okay, like, come on. Like, and this doesn't go for everything. But people change. Sometimes people literally do not know any better, and we are so quick to be like, they should know. Like, how you know someone ain't sit down and talk to her and kind of like, you know, challenged her in her thinking?
You are really dumb, for real.
And she was like, you know what? Like, I sounded dumb. Like, you don't know where she came from 2014, 2020. Like, that's a long way to have grown. Okay, she dealt with some things with her ex. I wouldn't call myself like a fan. Like, I've been on the reel, I've been in the audience. Y'all know that. Y'all see my intro. I have like a little piece in there, whatever. I loved the show when Tamar was on there, because y'all know I love Tamar. I love Tamara. Those are like my two favorites. Everyone else I'm not really a huge fan of, honestly. But Jeannie, I just feel like it was just out of ignorance. So now she know about what it means, or has the desire to submit to Jeezy. She's in love now. So, okay, we say all that to say, I think the reason why people have such an issue with it is because people don't have an understanding. There was never really given an understanding of what submission means. And so people see something on the internet, they run with it, or they develop their own, I don't know, definition, explanation on what it means. And then people listen to those people, and that's how we get where we are today. Okay. And then I also believe that I just don't remember see a lot of people that are engaged now, or like, you know, may have been married under, I want to say 5 years, who are getting like sound counseling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see many people getting premarital counseling. I feel like people just get engaged. It's like one of the last things we do. We get engaged, and then, well, it's been 5 years. You know, we're getting married, and it's like no one is preparing for that and understanding what marriage, you know, is about, and what it all entails, and what is expected of us, what do we expect of our partners, all that stuff. And I could be wrong. I just don't hear anybody talking about premarital counseling. Like with my childhood pastor, you had to have had a certain amount of like weeks and sessions with him before he would even okay you getting married. In those sessions, that's when you learn about submission.
What is it? I think that has to be really redefined, but
because it's not just about the woman submitting, it's also the male has a role in that submission as well.
Okay.
I feel like when a couple understands that, and when a woman understands that, and especially when a man understands it, it's just it breeds success in your marriage. Now, what I said in my Instagram story was, all submitting means is allowing your man to be the man, like allowing him to lead, like respecting his lead, not trying to be like the head of your household. Like, I think as Black women, we're so used to being strong, and a lot of us are like alpha females that we sometimes, you know, want to take charge when everything just kind of falls out of order in a sense. People were leaving, you know, comments or messages in my inbox like, oh, talk about it, blah, blah, blah. I've had a couple people in my inbox who were like so against submitting, and it's a form of weakness and blah, blah, blah. And so that's when I made my IG story, just saying like, y'all got to stop saying it's a form of weakness, because I was just trying to express that, you know, with my personality, if that was the case, you know, I wouldn't be in these streets married, you know what I mean?
Boo, I will take off my Jimmy Choos and whack you. Like, don't do it. Like, really? You really gonna play with this puppy?
First of all, can we talk about this? I don't think this is gonna work. I really don't think this is gonna look right. You can look in the Bible what it means. You can talk to somebody who has been married and believes in it and has seen the fruits from it. Like, it's not it doesn't say anywhere that it's what people think it is. So I'm like, well, it's right there. Why you over here like acting like you don't have access? Anyway, so I was glad that she shed some light on it. First of all, I don't know Jeezy. I've never been like a fan. I couldn't tell you what type of songs he got. I just don't know. I'm sure that he deserves to have a wife that believes in submitting to him, especially as a black man, and being a biracial situation. That's just my opinion. So I thought it was dope that she wanted to honor her man in that way and say that's what her plan is. But people were not here for it and want to bring up her past. And I'm like, y'all gotta first of all understand, like I just said, people change. It was 2014. It's 2020. I am sure she's learned just like you and have changed. Give people that. Now, some people just choose to be ignorant and stay ignorant. It's a difference with choosing to be ignorant and staying ignorant and knowing facts and still choosing to still be stupid. You were stupid and you said something that was stupid, but you ended up learning from it and changing from your experience. She probably ain't never experienced, anyway, I don't know what I don't know. But it's like, if she wants to submit to her man, number one, kudos to you, Jeannie. So I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to say when it comes to submission. When you gain the reasoning behind it and how it plays into having a successful marriage, then I think your outlook on it will change. Some men, they don't really understand. They just think it's just a woman's duty to submit and they get to, you know, make all the rules and we can't say we want to say no.
I'm sorry, I just don't like people be lying like hell. Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Submission means also to provide your opinion because you are your husband's helper. You are not his doormat. You are not someone he could walk over and, you know, no, you're not his child. You're not none of that stuff. So I think men also have to understand the meaning behind it. And again, that brings me back to like premarital counseling. Like you learn all that stuff. I feel like we prepare to be parents like it's nobody's business. Like we over here, you know, drinking teas and like reading books on it and getting doulas and, you know, birthing classes and just, I mean, everything in preparation. We are, you know, getting our rooms together. We are, you know, we're doing everything possible to make sure that the experience of pregnancy is what it is, and then that our birth is even better because we are bringing forth a human being into the world, correct? So we are always preparing for it, but I feel like we're not preparing to be somebody's spouse. That's where we really need preparation too, because if we want to go there,
I don't know if it's okay.
I remember I made a video about this too, about how there was this big situation and controversy over who should get their food first. And I feel like almost everybody said out of the husband and the child should get the food first. When you stick to what the word of God says, your husband and your spouse comes before everybody. They come before your child. Not about, oh, he a grown man, he can get it. My child over here crying, blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. It's about honoring your husband. Like, it's about he coming first after God, not your children, okay? Once your children get in this world and they're gone, you still gonna have your spouse left. Spouse is everything for the first couple years. Then you have your kids, and then your spouse don't matter no more. And it's like, you wonder why it's so much craziness up and through your marriage or getting attention elsewhere or whatever, because it's like you're not showing or putting that person first. All about how you view it, all about how you view it, all about how you view it, what you believe or what parts you want to take, I guess, from that. But when you get in counseling, when you get in premarital, you know, what have you, and all that good stuff, that's where you learn and you gain an understanding so that you're not just going off what you read in some book that Jesus didn't write or what you heard in this movie or this homegirl, what she said. It's not about that. It's about learning what the Word of God says pertaining to marriage, because it's God's idea. It wasn't Moses, then Mary, and Kirk Franklin's idea of marriage. No, that's not their idea. It was God. So why not follow the rule books that God sets out for marriage.
Take it, just take it, take it, take it, take it. Exactly.
He made it very clear, like even your mama and your daddy don't come before your spouse. So what makes you think your your children, excuse me, are gonna come before your spouse? You like reading comments like, okay, sis, go off, sis. They don't. It's not Jesus, your kids, and your spouse. But again, to each their own. Don't come for me, because we not finna go there.
Let me drink to that.
Yes.
Just that's all I'm saying. We all have different outlooks and opinions, and what you feel is what you feel. How I feel is how I feel. So again, we're not gonna be going back and forth in the comments about that, because I know it's just a very touchy subject about who should come first, and it's like, sis. Yeah, that wasn't about that. It's about submission. So that's pretty much my take on submission. Okay.
That blessed me.
Now back onto this gel or jelly. So I'm finding that this kind of works better when your hair is not, my hair is not super soaking wet. I feel like it doesn't really cling on to my hair. When it's super soaking wet, I feel like it's working better when it's just wet. I will say, whatever is in here, these properties are working, at least on this side of my hair, because it is drying and it has not budged. So that's good. It does have a shrinkage defense, holla. All right, y'all, so this is my hair, you guys, dry. Now, I did not stretch it. I just got my roots, meaning I just used a diffuser to dry my roots. So shrinkage defense, it's a real thing, because I didn't stretch my hair. There is a slight hold, but everything else is very soft. It feels extremely hydrated. Probably not gonna leave my hair like this. You can, like, I don't have to stretch my hair. I have the length, like my hair stayed the same length while wet, and then this is how it is when it's dry. And the frizz is very minimal too. It's like that nice frizz. It doesn't look like that just really dry frizz. It just looks like, you know, natural frizz, which is what I prefer. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk. We've been talking a lot in this video. I can't believe I'm getting ready to say this. I actually like this.
Yeah, let me say something.
Yeah, I actually like this. Like, you do not have to stretch your hair as much as I did. I was just testing to see how much frizz I was, like, I'm just testing the product. Now, my hair is extremely soft. Like, there is no hold at all, like no crunch, no hold. It is extremely soft. The only thing is my hands are sticky. I love the movement. Like, there's no stiffness. It's just like a free type of movement. Like, you know, it just looks, I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's just a nice movement to it, very airy. Yeah, so when it comes to what it says in big letters, shrinkage defense, it does do that for my hair. I cannot say or answer if it's going to do it for your hair, because I don't know. I know people ask, like, will that work for my hair? I really cannot tell you. I've only, you know, demoed it on my hair. Would I use this again? Absolutely. I really would, especially putting my hair back into a ponytail, because I don't like when my hair in the back shrinks up a lot, and I feel like this like before putting my hair into a ponytail, it would kind of prevent a little bit of shrinkage. But yeah, I love it. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat that we had. If you tried this, let me know if it worked for you, if you still experience shrinkage, especially if you have a tighter curl pattern than I do, let me know, because I'm very interested to see how this is gonna work. So y'all, that's it. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, especially if you stayed around, because you know this video is much longer than what they normally are, okay? So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next one.